coach your coaching staff when they were coming down from upstairs at 5 and yelling and celebrating in the elevator? What's it like down here when you got to see everybody?
About the same. It's exciting. It's a lot of work that goes into that, and a lot of emotion. I said on the field afterwards, I'm happiest for the seniors and the experienced players who have been through a lot in their career. You think about it. They came to A&M. They probably never thought about playing at Alabama in a regular season game for it being a conference football game, and to come in here and play them with them being number one in the country and us being a part of the conference. It's just it's a tribute to those guys, how they've bought into what we've asked them to do, and then go out and execute and lead our football team. And I'm happiest for them because they've been through a lot, and with coaching changes and close football games, and to go on the road and win like that, for those guys, it'll be a moment that they'll never forget.
Kevin, how does this one compare to some of the other great victories you've had in your coaching career?
This is, it's big. For us to our first year in this league, like I said, we haven't talked a lot about it. We're the new guys on the block. We have to prove ourselves, and we've got to continue to prove ourselves week in and week out. I said all week we've gotten a little bit better every week. The last 2 weeks we've played pretty well and on the road, and our guys are playing with a lot of confidence. So for these guys, for this group, for what they've accomplished in 10 weeks, from the spring, all the changes they've been through, it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
Seeing that y'all are new in the conference and y'all been would you consider? I know A&M's had a storied football history. Would you consider this one of the biggest wins in the school's history? Considering what
I can't say that it's that. We just got here, so you have to check back to see what's happened. I know that coming into this year, I think the attitude around our program has changed, certainly from the spring to the summer to the first part of the year. And Monday I said early that these guys had played well enough to put us in a position to play meaningful football games in November. And and if you can do that, particularly the first year in a program, and guys start to build confidence, things like this happen. So, we still got. We're going to enjoy this. We still got some games to play, and who knows? These guys are enjoying playing football right now, and regardless of whether we're at home or away, they're playing with a lot of confidence, and because of that, like I said, I think our seniors have a lot to do with that.
Nick Saban said at halftime.
When you took this job in December, did you ever envision this happening this fast?
I don't know. As a coach, you always think you're going to be able to win. We said from the beginning, everybody kind of laughed when they said, it's like I didn't know we were going in the SEC when we took the job. We knew that, there's a lot of things that go into a win like this, particularly on the road, and we're a different team week 10 than we were week 1, and particularly with young guys in critical positions handling the ball, from wide receivers to kickers to but our seniors, like I said, those guys are the ones I'm happiest with because they're in the locker room, and when there's a change, when there's things like that, the quicker you have buy-in from the experienced players and the seniors into what you're doing, the quicker you can have success, and that's why we owe a lot to them.
Nick Saban said at halftime that y'all are going to have to, they're going to try to make y'all throw the ball in the second half, and so you did throw it, and Johnny was very successful throwing the ball downfield. What was different about this game in the second half?
I don't know that it was different. I think he had one incompletion in the first half, right?
No, I'm talking about from previous games when the second half.
I said we're a different team. Week 10 from week 1. So you must be talking about the 2 games we lost.
Yeah, Florida and LSU.
Well, the last 3 weeks we've been playing pretty good.
Coach, how impressive just was Johnny in this scenario, this atmosphere, the way he played a complete game like that?
I mean, he's he's been able to handle the moments better than most young guys. You know, there hasn't been a moment that's been too big for him. It hasn't always come out positive for what we've wanted. We haven't won every game, but that's not all his fault either. You know, this is a team sport. I told our guys on Monday that we would not have to play a perfect game. We'd have to play a complete game. We had not played 4 quarters, a complete football game all year. And by that meaning we've won in a lot of different fashions, either from coming from behind, a lackluster, third, fourth quarter, or lost games in the second half, or got way ahead and had to pull the starters out. We haven't had to play 4 quarters, and we challenged our guys early this week that if you could play a complete game of 4 quarters, keep playing, hang on to the football, which we did a great job of. The turnover ratio and third down conversion for what we do. Those are the 2 big stats.
Kevin, should Johnny be a Heisman front runner?
I don't know that, I don't. That's not for me to say. I know that he's playing very well, and when you win, and you're a quarterback. It's there's a lot of good things that come along with that. So, he's gotten progressively better all year, and he's still going to get better. There's some things I think he'd tell you right now that he can improve on, but certainly to come in and play. This is and let me say this, not to take away from Johnny, but for us to come to Alabama and win, that is a complete team effort. That is, we had to get some stops on defense, which we played very well early in the game to get off the field, and were able to score. We answered special teams, covered kicks. We did a lot of different things and forced turnovers defensively, which we did, early in the season. Got away from that, but that's a team effort, and just like anything else, the quarterback gets a lot of credit for it. So, that's up to you guys.
What kind of adjustments did Alabama try to make on Johnny, containing him in the second half? Or what did you guys do?
Well, they showed us a little different defense, but heated us up a little more blitz pressure, particularly in the fourth quarter when we got up 2 scores, and created some issues for us. I think he had some people open, and he held the ball a couple times and instead of just throwing it, which you can argue either way, but it gave us the opportunity to punt the football and didn't really give it to him, and so they changed it up a little bit more pressure in the second half than we got in the first half.